All right, Lucky Dogs are back with another podcast, episode 9. We're going to do some Bristol review. I feel like it's been so long since we did a podcast because we were off last week. But this week we have Grady Gerken, driver of the number 46. He is an SFM2 driver. The winner obviously was Eric, but we already had Eric on, so I'm gonna try to get all the drivers from SFM2 here. And Grady somehow came out with a podium finish, so I figured we'd have him on here and let him introduce himself. Grady, you have the floor.
All right. Yeah. Grady, driver of the 46, some Magic Chevy. Kind of been into racing my whole life. My dad got me into it, and I remember him watching it, so I'd sit down and watch. Kind of been a fan ever since. I mean, I had to been 5, 6 years old. Got into, iRacing, but it was Papyrus before that. And my uncle, actually, I was visiting them in Florida, and they had the original first version with the floppy disk, um, kind of what it all stemmed off of. And I still actually have that today
Oh
too.
man.
But so it's just been running the sim kind of forever, and took a little break from that. I was kind of more on like the Xbox and stuff. I'd play Forza a little bit, but that was always kind of a crash fest. So
Yeah.
I sold all that stuff, and then I think it was 2019. I got back into the sim part of it and been doing it ever since, and I love it.
Hell yeah.
Kind of dated yourself with the floppy disks.
I am 40, just turned 44 last Friday.
Dang,
So,
okay.
Oh,
yeah,
happy
yeah,
birthday.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. 2 feet in the grave.
Right.
Almost. Hey, you still got the talent, so I'll give you that.
Thank you. It's fun.
I see. I gotta go back and look where everybody finished. My race didn't do so
Dead last.
well. So yeah, basically that's hilarious. Just aired out the whole Discord. No big deal.
Yeah. A coffin baby.
I'm gonna have to edit that out.
We'll do it live.
But Grady, how did your race go? I mean, you ended up in I don't know how many wrecks. The last time I saw your car, your left front wheel was facing the other way, and I don't know how you pulled it off, but that was a hell of a drive.
Yeah,
You didn't hear no bell.
it got banged up pretty good. Qualified pretty good. I maybe like sixth or something. Don't recall, but it was right around there. I just tried to keep the car clean, stay up front, stay out of trouble. Kind of not. I didn't want to get lost into the back by maybe taking a pit stop when others weren't. So I kind of followed the leader there. Just kept it kind of clean, and then at one point after one of the restarts, I went into turn one on the bottom, like right on the green flag, and looped it around. That surprised me because the car didn't drive like that at all, kind of for me on any of the other times I've gone into the corner like that. So kind of stepped around, looped it around, split up the track. I collected somebody, I'm not sure who that was, but pounded the outside wall flush with the driver's side, and I just kind of kept letting it roll backward a little bit so I didn't stab the brake and slide back down the track in front of everybody. So that seemed to kind of work out, but luckily that never made the broadcast because there was another incident at the same time, and they focused on that quick, and then they were done. So I kind of dodged one there on the TV, I guess. But yeah,
Now
then
you're
just
airing it out.
right. But then ended up getting to the back, trying to fix some damage. I think I had like 8 minutes, and I'm like, well, it's going to be pointless to try to fix that. So just kind of did what I could, new tires, tried to keep it clean, picked off some spots here and there as others were having issues. And then somehow I got back up there towards the front, and I'm like, well, we'd get a green flag, and one of the leaders would wreck. Get another green flag, a couple more would go, and I'm like, geez. So, and held on there and able to fight to third. So I was actually surprised that was the outcome.
Yeah, you
He
got P3, he had 4 stage points, so you were up there
Yeah.
for the stage 2. But yeah, I mean, decent point day, and especially with that damaged of a car, I'll take it,
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
absolutely.
really good finish.
Yeah, I think it helped because there were a lot of cars in the same boat. So
Yeah, that's for sure.
trying to manage what I had there. So
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
made me look like an absolute idiot because I remember when I wrecked, I had 8 minutes of damage, and I was like, "Well, I guess I got to fix it all." So I
Right.
went like
oh,
went like 20 laps
you
down.
had
I should have just left
you
it.
had more of the race. Yeah, you had more of the race to work with. Mine was in the somewhat
Right.
closing lap, so
Yeah,
I was just like,
later.
well, we're gonna see what I can get. So
Gonna ride it out.
Yeah, I wish I would have
Yeah. Most of the
done.
time I'd write it out.
Yeah, I wish I would have done like what Jordan did because he had that first. I mean, he didn't. I don't think he had as much damage as I did, but he just kind of every time we got a caution, he would just go in and fix a little bit, fix a little bit, fix a little bit. And I
sure.
I don't know where he ended up finishing, but he was at least on the lead lap. I know that.
Yeah,
Well,
Jordan finished P11.
Yeah.
yeah,
So I mean, I kind of screwed myself because I mean, I guess I can go over my race since I had finished basically dead last.
You
Um,
finished 22nd.
yeah. So
Huh.
I qualified. I can't remember where I qualified. Ninth?
12th.
No, 12th. Um, my goal was just to stay out of trouble, get some stage points, and then hope to be at the end. I didn't really necessarily expect to win, but I didn't want to ruin my race, and
right.
that's exactly what happened. So I think it was Paul. It's the 48, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Paul
Yeah, yeah,
like lost it coming out of 2 or 4 or something like that. Got into the wall, and he was just right in front of me. I had nowhere to go. Destroyed the front end. Ended up with 8 minutes of damage. Took it down to the pit, and I was just gonna chip away at it, like I said, what Jordan was doing, and I just couldn't go anywhere. I don't know what was damaged, but I was destroying the tires because the steering was messed up. So I'd go like 15, 20 laps and the tires would be fried. So I was like, I just got to fix it. So I came down, um, sat in the pits for a good 50 laps or something like that, and then brought a clean car back out and just tried to salvage as many spots as I could. I don't want to be the one that misses something by 1 point, like a Kyle Larson situation where
sure.
he lost the regular championship by 1 point. So the goal is to just never give up, I guess. Just keep going. And I ended up getting like 4 or 5 spots at the end, just for
Yeah,
other people crashing out. So it was semi worth it. It was dreadful, but um, we were having a blast. Honestly, towards the end of the race, I just gave up on caring, and we were just having fun in the Discord. But um, yeah, that was my race. I'm looking forward to Kansas. Hopefully, who was the next finisher? Jake. I think Jake.
Jake.
Yeah.
He, I've never seen somebody finish so fast at Bristol.
Hey, speed
Shout out to
racer.
Zach Carter in the number 5 car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Joe, where did I finish there?
So Jake finished top 30 and 30th out of 30
Okay.
cars.
All
Impressive.
right.
Impressive.
Very good job.
Top 30. I'll take it. Didn't know if my speed was there or not. Clearly, I was fast. Um, but yeah, no, we got a half lap in, and just some unfortunate things were happening in front of us. I put myself in the back qualifying. I messed up and spun out my fast lap or hit the wall or something. It didn't count. So I got only my first lap in. It wasn't really fast. It was just a roll lap. I don't even know where I qualified, and honestly, I wasn't expecting to get ran over. Um, so I wasn't even watching my mirror. I was just pretty much watching what was going on in front of me. Jordan was hitting the wall, and then the car in front of me was blinking. So I was mostly focused on that. And if I would have seen Zach coming up on me, I probably would have moved out of the way. Um, but I gave him no chance to miss me or miss the car in the high line because there's a car to his high side. So it was just kind of a tough situation there, and he just barely tapped me in the right rear, but unfortunately turned me head on to the wall, entering turn 3 on the first lap of the race. So quick exit, but I don't think I missed anything special. I think I probably would have been on the hook anyways after I watched the broadcast. So um, yeah, we're just hoping for Kansas. Hopefully we get a long run. See if I can't figure out the long run there, because that's all I'm banking on. Kansas is gonna be tough, but um, it's just hard to pass in the new package. So yeah, I'm just really my Bristol race was just looking forward to Kansas.
Joe, how'd yours go?
I mean, so I finished P19, but that wasn't the whole story, you know.
He was up
I
there.
didn't. I qualified 14th, so I was mid pack. I knew I wasn't gonna do much, but all this caution started coming out, and I made my way up to I think the top 5, and I was just sitting there, mind my own business, and then we ended up hitting right before stage, I believe. Um, and there was a restart where a couple cars stayed out, and I think I went down with Eric and Kai, and I think Grady was next to me, and we went down and got tires. So we were behind the cars that stayed out, and I don't know what happened on the restart, but I passed everybody on the new tires. So I was like the first car on new tires. So I was like, oh, I could maybe win the stage. Um, Passed a couple of the cars, and then I had a short battle with Matt Parasini. He did a heck of a job uh, pinching my entry and my exit on the inside line, so I couldn't really pass him. I was started struggling, so I was over driving a little bit, and Eric got behind Matt, started pushing him down the straightaway, so it was even harder to pass. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna wait for Eric to make a move so I can use him as a kind of like a pick, and then I think it was the exit of 4. I got loose. I was slipping and sliding all night, so it wasn't anything I was concerned about. Got loose, saved it, and then Kai had a run. He went to go high, and he just barely got my right rear, but it was just enough for the car to snap, and I went just like Jake head on into the wall. And I think it turned my front axle into like a pixie stick or something. That thing messed up. I tried to. I was parked there because I couldn't turn around because of all the cars. So I got a lap down, came down pit road. The thing was destroyed. Um, just it was shaking. I could only turn left. I couldn't turn right. So if I went to straighten my wheel
That's all you
out,
need.
hey, that's what I thought. And then there came into turn 1, and that thing was like, "Hey, dude, by the way, engine damage." And I'm like, "Okay, dude." So I just rolled around the bottom and just like tried to fix as much as possible, and nothing. It got worse after a while of fixing the damage, and then towards the end, with all the cautions, actually got decent enough where I could actually run with everybody instead of just being a hazard. But I felt like I did a great job staying out of all the fast guys' ways. So little pat on the back there. Had to take Eddie's crown of the best lap car.
There you
but
go.
but yeah, it was. I felt like I had a lot of speed. Definitely top 10 for sure. But in classic Joey fashion, you know, had to settle for a top 20 with a disabled car. So um, I don't know how I feel about Kansas. It's one of those tracks that I just forget exists until it's on the calendar, and then I race it, and I'm butt cheeks. So,
About
um,
to stick.
yeah,
Where
pretty
I'm at.
much. So we'll see how that goes. I just hope I can finish on the lead lap with a car that's actually in one piece for once. That seems to be the hardest thing to do this year. So I don't know. Watch Thursday and find out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping it'll be fun. Bristol gave me just the most roller coaster of emotions because we had a really fun truck race. I think. Um, I mean, I'm biased. I finished second to Lucas, but I had a blast. It was super fun. And then we had the O'Reilly race that didn't go as well. And then the cup race just killed it for me. But last year I did well at Kansas, not the spring race, but the fall race. Should have won. Another one, kind of like Vegas, where I took 4 tires when I should have taken 2, and lost that one. So I hope that race next week or this week goes anything like it did last year, and nobody gets wrecked. But we'll see. We had a lot of moving around, sort of. Eric started on the pole and won the race. Lucas started in 9th, finished 2nd. Grady started 6th, finished 3rd. Matt Parasini started 5th, finished 4th. But we had Austin Walton, Steve Tucker. They came from 28th and 29th to finish 5th and 6th.
Good.
Really nice, yeah.
Tyler Lem started 16th, finished 9th. I mean, I
Mr.
guess
Liam.
that's kind of
The biggest movers.
the biggest movers. Daryl
Yeah.
Young started 23rd, finished 13th. Vince Burns started 25th, finished 14th. Tony Japs started 22nd, finished 15th.
Yeah, Tony Hot Base.
And then we had a few of the opposite. Paul started 8th, finished 27th. Brady Boatwright started 10th, finished 23rd. Gary Wells started 15th, finished 24th. I started 12th, finished 22nd. But Bristol did not go without any drama. There was quite a bit of drama involving a few drivers. There was penalties issued this week, and they were hefty, to say the least. I'd say the biggest one is probably Eric. So on the last lap, we won't start with the last lap. We're going to talk about
Yeah, that's
kind of leading up.
Beep button for that. We need a big old beep button.
The lead up to the end of the race. There was a lot of I don't know, restart manipulation, maybe some weird stuff going on. I think it was
Been dated back since week 2.
yes, Alec. I think it was Alec Daffin. Was it Alec and
Lucas.
Lucas.
Alec and
when he
Lucas.
got into, yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
So I think Alec started on the bottom, but
Yes.
Lucas had the lead, right?
Yeah, Lucas was the control car on the outside.
Yeah. So Lucas went. Alec kind of rubbed the door a little bit to. I don't know if it was on purpose. I'm not gonna accuse anybody of doing anything shady. But it looked a little fishy, like he may have, trying to get a jump on him a little bit, And then after that, it came down to Alec and Eric. And Alec was leading, and Eric kind of dumped him in, what was it, turn 3?
Turn 3.
Yeah. Turn 3 and ended up winning the race. So Eric
Dump with a capital D.
Yeah, it was a good Dale Earnhardt style.
Trying to rattle his cage.
Yeah. Hey, it looked good.
Yeah.
It looked good.
Hey.
I'll say that.
It did. It was a great spin out.
It looked-
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to get mad. It was picture perfect. That's textbook right there. But you can't do it.
Well, let's see. We got a bunch of penalties for avoidable contact. So number 5, Zach, talking to you. Avoidable contact, aggressive driving. That's a warning. Tony, avoidable contact, aggressive driving, warning. Number 10, that's Matt Wheeler?
Matt Willard.
Avoidable contact, aggressive driving, warning. 48, Alec Daffin. Avoidable contact, aggressive driving, 2 offenses. He gets an EOL at the start of Kansas.
48 is Paul.
I'm sorry, Paul. 43. That's Garrett. That's our boy.
Gare
Avoidable
Bear.
contact,
Shout
aggressive
out Gare
driving.
Bear.
He got a warning. Number 15. Who's number 15?
Oh, the blue 15.
Oh, is it a blue chew car?
No, I think it's blue with a white
I
stripe.
thought he had a blue chew car.
I can see the
swear
car.
there's a
I
blue
just
chew
can't.
on it.
I can't
I
remember.
literally can see it. He's new this year.
Hang on. Let me. I got this.
We're
Well, either
sorry.
way,
if
we
you ever-
love
if
you.
do listen
Hey,
to
how
this.
about Brennan McKee? I mean, I don't know all these guys
There
yet.
we go.
I'm working
Yep,
on it.
yep.
I'm working on it.
That's who it is.
Let's see.
We love you all.
Yeah, so 15 EOL. He had 3 offenses, so he got an EOL for Kansas. Tyler Lem, avoidable contact, aggressive driving
That
warning.
penalty actually got overturned.
Oh, did it?
for aggressive
Was it?
driving. Yeah,
Okay.
the avoidable contact still stands, but not the
So no penalty for Corey
aggressive
LeJoy.
driving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I see that now.
Yeah.
And then Jordan Wenzel, avoidable contact, improper lane change. I still haven't figured out where that was. Was that?
Yeah,
Was that
was
his
just-
spin?
That's what I thought,
I don't know,
but I don't
because
think
a
that
lot of
would be a
people-
penalty.
Yeah, would it be improper lane change when he's spinning? I don't think so.
I mean, he was from the top to the bottom, so
Well, look at me at Darlington. So
Right.
rest in peace, Eric Jeffers.
So
That
he
was on the
actually,
backstretch, though, wasn't it?
No, that's front
Yeah, he
stretch.
spun on the first lap. He spun on the back straightaway.
yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. It must have been something in the back. Like, did he ever get his lap back and like go to the high line before?
I don't know, man. Like I watched the broadcast
dog.
and I didn't see anything. Obviously, it's easier to see from a driver view. I don't know how they review all of that.
Yeah,
but
we'll have to get a hold of one of the admins, get some
Well,
inside scoop.
If the admin's seen it, then it happened.
I'm sure it happened. I just don't remember where. 84. So that's Alec, right?
Yep.
Avoidable contact,
Yes.
restart violation, drive-through penalty, 5-point deduction, and probation. That's a big one.
That's big.
Nice little slap on the wrist.
Yeah, he'll
Drive-through
still,
penalty is pretty big, dude.
That's a nice
he'll still
little.
be up there
That's
at
tough.
Kansas. He'll still be there.
Yeah, I'll give him to maybe 20 laps before the stage.
Especially if how many cautions we've been having. If we get a quick caution, he'll be right up in top 10 in no time.
He'll be scooting
Right.
up there.
But Kansas, I
he'll
don't
be
know.
top 10
Kansas
by the
is
end of the stage.
Kansas is drafting and momentum track. He'll be just fine. I have faith.
I don't doubt him being up there at the end, but it's still a tough penalty.
Yeah.
Even if
and
he
then,
loses a lap, I don't like. There's going to be a lot of guys.
he'll get it back quick.
I think he'll get it. Yeah.
And then 58. That's Eric. Avoidable contact, 3 offenses, aggressive driving, improper lane changes, plural. Penalty, 40-point deduction, 30-second hold, and probation. That's the big one.
That's huge.
Yeah.
How do we feel about the penalties?
I mean, it's got to be done. We got to figure out something to clean it up. I mean, some of these guys are top dogs in this league. Some like Alec and Eric, they're up there. They're the top guys we have to beat every week. So to see them getting penalties, it just goes to show that like you can be fast, but you got to be clean. So I think
Cleanish.
it's cleanish. You can
Yeah.
still bump and run, but not just dumping somebody. And the lane changing, they'll get used to that. I don't know if they had a lane change in the league before or whatever.
Well, I know Alec
it's just-
knew
it's
because he
something
did
you need
the
to do.
O'Reilly
Yeah,
car.
he raced with us last year. So
But sometimes it's
Sometimes
just
it does happen.
Yeah, it just happens.
yeah, sometimes it does happen.
Yeah.
Like you forget where you're at. I don't know. Those guys are super aggressive. So I don't think they won't be aggressive anymore. I think they'll still be really aggressive. They just have to watch out. I mean, they're both great drivers, so I bet they both will figure it out. They just gotta take some time.
Yeah, and everybody's still kind of learning. Like we mentioned earlier, we have new drivers here, so
Mhm.
some of us
Brendan.
are still learning.
won't forget you next
Apologize, Brendan. Some of us are still learning who we can race that way around. some of these guys, I mean, like you heard Scott, like when we interviewed Scott, Scott was like, I know that I'm like a mid-pack driver and probably not going to win the thing. I'd like to make the playoff. You know, guys like that like aren't, I mean, obviously everybody's trying to win, but they don't overdrive. You know what I mean? They don't go above their ability, and they're not. What I don't know what the word I'm looking for.
Driving over their head.
Right, but like you have to know who those guys are and
Yep.
who your major competition is, who you can be aggressive around and who you probably shouldn't be aggressive around, I guess is what I'm saying.
Right. Know who you're around.
Yeah.
I mean,
And especially Bristol. Bristol's one of those where like you
It's
unless you've
tight.
been racing around people all night, you don't know
Mhm.
where their brake point is, you don't know how far they're going to drive into the corner, and that stuff is going to happen. You have to be prepared for it. Hopefully next time around, we still have to go back to Martinsville. We still have to go back to Bristol. Like I'm just praying that it doesn't go anything like it just did. That was pretty terrible.
Yeah, I mean, it's Martinsville, Bristol, but man, I've been a part of league races with really strong fields. Like SOF is huge, and we get 3, 4 cautions. Like we're doing green flag pit stops, and that's a lot of fun. And I do believe I see it, our league doing it. I really do see the Cup Series. I think we could do green flag runs. It's just
Absolutely.
it was. I think it's just everybody was. I don't know. It's week what 6 Martinsville was. So everybody's still kind of fresh, getting back in the rhythm, and it's a short track, and the next gen car is a pile. So um, it does not like short tracks. So I get it. I mean, I struggled in it, but I mean, it's just a learning curve. I have a lot of confidence in the league that we will figure it out.
I agree.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there too. Like this is my first year with the Cup car with the Cup League. I'm still definitely learning this car, and it's been quite a process actually. And to have full fields, 40 cars at Martinsville, um, that there's a lot going on there. I've definitely made some mistakes, and that car is hard to drive. It's kind of throwing me for a loop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
No
definitely.
pun
doing
intended.
a heck of a drive or a job though already.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't
Thank
figure out
you.
this car last year till the playoffs, and um, going through the playoffs, winning the championship. I come to this season and I'm relearning how to drive the car.
Yeah.
It's totally different in
You're
my
so
eyes.
humble,
So
Jake. You're so humble.
sorry. Uh, well, I gotta say something. I've been getting wrecked every week, so I gotta make myself feel good. But
No, I
like
was being
I'm
serious.
still
You're
learning.
humble. You had a good
Yeah,
year last year. It wasn't just the playoffs, dude. You had a good year.
yeah, just consistent, just trying to not kill myself. But
Yeah.
like this year, I'm still learning the car. It's totally different. So I'm guessing some of the issues we're having are these guys are going back to tracks that they're used to, and the car is totally different. So they gotta
Oh
learn a
yeah.
new line, everything, and like I feel it. I feel it. That issue is probably a good cause, but like I said before, we got some good drivers here. I think it'll just take a little bit of time.
For
Yeah,
sure.
for sure. I mean, I do want to shout out the admin crew. Those guys are, putting pen to the paper, making these penalties happen early, so we get to learn from all of
Mhm.
our mistakes. It's not easy running the league. Definitely not. I don't think I could do it. I think I could, and then I realize what they have to go through, and it's so much time. Um, they just take a lot of time reviewing the races, especially the ones that are 45 caution laps long. You got 1,400 cautions, so it takes time out of their life. This is for fun. So I think a lot of these guys, these penalties are a good wake up call. Hopefully, especially with the stronger. Bigger I-rating drivers in here. I know there's a few of them, and they're on the list every week. I mean, everybody has different skill level. Uh, just you got to have some patience, some respect. I think that's a big thing that I know
Mhm.
I give a lot of
For sure.
respect out there because that's the way I want to be driven. It's not reciprocated well. Um, the scrap pile out back of the shop is well known for that. But I think a lot of people, if they got to settle down. Clearly you're one of the better people in here. or you got a handful of drivers that you're going to be up the front. If you get in the back with the guys that are just trying to have a good time, trying to learn, you think you can bully them. It's really what comes down to. You think you can bully them and make these sporadic moves. It's not everybody's going to be able to react like you could, or you just got to take time, be patient. You're going to get around them. Like me, I'm a mid pack car. I'm going to try to fight you. I mean, it's probably not going to go well for me because I'll probably burn my shit up. But just take your time, be patient. You're going to be up front. Don't ruin your race and somebody else's race. That big penalty with Eric, he's the one that that's a big penalty. The 40 points. If that was closer to the playoffs, that could cost him losing a regular season championship or something.
Oh, yeah.
So I just hope it wakes people up. Drive a little bit more respect. Drive like you own it. Like Jake said, you guys touched on. We got a great group of guys. I've been racing some of these guys for 3 years. Grady came up from Xfinity. He's one of the one of the best drivers in the league. I love racing Grady.
I don't. I always lose.
Well, there's a lot of guys that I race with a lot of different people because one track I might be decent, top 15. Don't mean to toot my own horn. And then the next week I could be battling for 31st, not having a damn clue. So I race with a lot of people, and I've had some good races, good battles. I just wish we can all have those battles. Stop with all this restart cheese, all this loophole stuff. Just race, have a good time. You're going to be fast. Good luck. Try to win the thing, but just race with some respect. That's pretty much I want to touch on. Again, shout out the admins. They do a heck of a job. Shout out Scott for owning the league. He's doing a heck of a job in his first year. So I just hope we can clean it up, get some really good races in, and show the broadcast that we can actually run green flag laps and not just, be yellow caution merchants, rolling around. Everybody looks good on pace laps.
Yeah. And I don't want anybody to take the penalties to heart. I'm hoping that drivers can see that and maybe realize they're doing a little too much and just chill out a little bit without being offended, not feeling like they're
Right,
being singled out or something like that. Because we saw the list. It was quite the list, and that includes one of the admins, two of the admins in there.
Yeah.
So just take it with a grain of salt, learn from it, move on, and show a little respect. We all know by now, for the most part, who is pretty talented and who's up there every week. You have nothing to prove. We see your I rating. We see where you're finishing every week. We know who you are. I just hope that there's a little more give and take. I try to drive people as best I can because the first year here I was a problem.
Absolute weapon.
So even Scott mentioned it when we interviewed him. I am my own worst enemy. So I've been doing my best to avoid that. I think I've only caused maybe 2 wrecks. I apologize to anybody who's been involved, but I'm doing my best, trying to survive. Joe, shut up. And we'll see how it plays out. Grady, how did you feel about the penalties? Are you in agreement with everything?
Yeah, I like that they stepped up and did review and assess some penalties there. And I got to give a shout out to Eric. A little respect to him that once the penalties were explained to him, he was like,
He owned
"It's
it.
fair. I take it.
Yeah.
I understand. Yes." So absolutely respect that. I I am, like you said, learning some of the different drivers in the Cup League. I maybe they were they there last year, like Eric and Kai.
Kai was there at the beginning of the year, I think, and then he left.
That was 2 years
Okay.
ago.
2 years ago. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm learning, and I saw Eric. I forget what part of the race we were in, but then he was behind me, probably on fresher tires. He was coming, and I know he's fast. I know he was going to be moving for the front, and I was side by side battling somebody, and I really thought that there was going to be a point in there where I was going to get hit, and I did not. He gave me room. It was close, but we made it through, and we made our way where we were going. So I do respect that. But yeah, the penalties, I like it. Hopefully, it cleans things up. Like you said, there's a lot of good guys in here, I feel, and it's fun when you can battle people. You know who you're running with, you know how they're going to race. So definitely, it is a learning curve. I mentioned my age. I'm more of an old school racer where, like, if you catch me from 2 seconds back and you make a run, I'm going to give you the spot and fall in behind you and keep going. That's going to save my tires, my car. I'm going to lose less time. They're going to lose less time, and we can keep moving. So that's kind of how I race. Obviously, restarts, you have to be aggressive,
Right.
especially with this car I'm finding with the aero package and all that stuff and how tight they get behind other cars. That's been one of the bigger things to learn. So yeah, just being patient and stuff and avoiding those penalties. That's going to be big because that could change your championship points and stuff big time. So
Yeah, for sure.
like Corey said, by losing something by 1 point, I mean that would suck. So
Right.
you take a deficit of 40 of them, then that's just adding to it. So, but yeah, I can respect the penalties given out and stuff. And like I said, I'm far from perfect. I'm still learning this car, so I do apologize if I do something stupid. I'll own up to it. Maybe not right in the moment as you try to figure out what happened. Maybe you were at fault, you weren't at fault, because I've made some of those calls and it wasn't my fault. So, um, but yeah, I'll usually own up to it and apologize. So definitely don't want to ruin someone's race. I feel real embarrassed when that happens.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Me too.
I've messaged
Same.
a couple people this year already, so I'm there with you. Actually, Tyler, uh, we went over. I got involved in a little tussle with
Kerfuffle.
him on accident,
Altercation.
and I kind of got right hooked, and it was what it was at that point. I was already. I mean, like I said, I was just trying to survive and wasn't really fighting for position, and I checked my messages and he had apologized. I went back and watched the replay and it wasn't even his fault. It was just a racing deal. We were three wide. I didn't realize we were three wide. I thought I gave plenty of room. I was like on the bottom. We were going by, I think it was Mike Wheel, and there just wasn't enough room for three cars, and kind of got hooked by Tyler. And I was like, dude, it wasn't even your fault. But like that little bit of respect, like he felt bad that he got into me, and that just that meant the world. Some people they'll just wreck you and they won't say nothing and they just go about their day.
Right.
So,
Right.
if you feel like you did something wrong, go back, look at the replay. You don't have to apologize immediately. I mean, we don't always know what happened. Some people like me, I have a single monitor. I can't see everything around me. Um, Sometimes stuff happens. You move on, check the replay.
Yep.
Sometimes it's not your fault. Sometimes it is. But if it is, own up to it and go about your day.
Yep. That's what Discord's for. It doesn't hurt to shoot a message. We're all in the Discord. I try to shoot everybody a message, even if it's not my fault. I still apologize for stuff that it wasn't my fault, but I feel like it was. So yeah, like Corey said, just go on, apologize, go on with your day. It's not that hard. We're all doing it for the love of the game. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, just own up to it. I know up to a lot of my mistakes. There's a couple numbered cars that I might not apologize to, but for the most part, I will. But yeah, I think Corey summed it up pretty well.
We mentioned Jordan earlier. He's here. He
Mm.
said, "So this is what the guy who's been always beating me looks like."
Good.
Good.
Also, Zach Carter says Grady is a 10.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
A what?
He said you're a 10.
A 10?
Handsome man. I love it.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, do we have anything else to go over for Bristol?
No, I think we went on a
No.
pretty large tangent.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hit the nail on the head there. I think that might be the right saying. I don't know.
All right. So as far as Kansas, Grady, how you feel about Kansas?
It's a little bit bigger track. I think we're gonna have a good race, to be honest. Feels like maybe there's 3 possible lanes. So if you need the fresh air, I think we can all offset. And hopefully, man, I think the exit of 2 is going to be hard. That might surprise some guys, especially getting tight off the corner. But otherwise, I think it'd be a pretty good race. It seems like a nice smooth track, and hopefully we can keep it clean.
Yeah, it's fun. It was Grady, Zach, and I. We ran a couple test laps there just to feel out the new horsepower and aero package, and it seemed fun. It like you could run 3 lines. No, I couldn't run all 3 lines so well. I tried to run the top. Grady was better at that than I was, but it seems like all the lines are doable. I think it's going to be a lot like Vegas, but
Yeah.
we'll see. Hopefully it stays green and we get to see some comers and goers. We've always mentioned those mile and a halfs they're tough to pass with the air blocking and stuff like that. But I hope it's a fun race. How do you guys feel about Kansas?
I feel
Okay.
all right. Well, I don't know. Your mic cut out. I didn't hear you.
No, we just hit the same.
Um, I feel all right. I mean, I'm not the greatest at Kansas. Especially with the tight. I think the tight setups that they put in these cars for just iRacing sets are kind of undrivable here for me. That's just, I like my car a little bit looser at Kansas. So I will probably be bottom lane princess again this week, just ripping around the bottom. I don't like to venture up near the wall with a tight car. You can do it. Um, it's really fast. I probably maybe a final restart. If everybody bottles up on the bottom, I'll probably rip the fence. But other than that, I just hope the car has grip. I think last year we struggled with grip a little bit. Horsepower, I think, is going to make a big difference with putting all the load on the right rear, especially on the exit of 2. It's going to be tight. That right front's going to be gone. So it's pretty much going to be turning with the right rear, in my opinion. I haven't ran any laps there, so I don't know.
So Jordan
But
says Kansas is on the old aero and engine package.
oh, okay. So it's going to be like last year.
Yeah, I don't know
So
why
I
that
will
is.
change
That's
my
weird.
view. It's going to be terrible. No, no, no. It's going to be just try to survive. I mean, I struggled there last year, but I had killer long run, but it was just a little too late. I was just so slow from the beginning. Um, so probably just qualify good, don't crash, and yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
pretty
Well,
much.
I guess we can go. It's kind of a perfect segue into our Ask the Dogs section of the show because we already have a couple questions.
Ooh-wee.
Well, that's Zach Carter. Will Kansas drive like Vegas as far as aero? I think so. What do you guys think?
Um,
I think so.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
probably.
agree.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
Orlando asks, what would you say the preferred racing line is at Kansas? Um, I would personally probably say the bottom. I think that's where you're gonna save tire, presumably.
Yeah.
But I like we said, it's gonna be a 3 lane race. You're gonna have to use all 3 lanes, especially in traffic, because you can't just follow behind the guy in front of you. You will not go anywhere. Your car will be super tight. You're gonna have to duck the nose out a little bit to get some air on the front for some downforce. Um, but I would say if you're in the lead, probably the bottom to save as much tire as possible. What do you guys think?
I agree. The lead's gonna be the best spot to be. Um, I think from your race in the fall, you had a great line just running the middle to the bottom, and that really just took any chance for somebody to come up and pass you away. So I think the line's going to be definitely the bottom, and probably later in the run you'll do like a wider arc into the entries to help your car rotate, and I think it'll be like a more middle bottom kind of lane deal there.
Yeah, for sure. Is Kansas more of a fuel race or tire race? Well,
Springs feel.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
pretty much.
Yeah, that's a good answer. Yes. Tires are going to be an issue. It's how I lost my race. So, yes, tires will be a thing.
Also
If you push
depends
too
on
hard in the beginning, burn
how
that
many
right back
cautions
pretty
we
quick.
get.
Yeah,
So if it's green
cautions.
flag, fuel and stuff will come into play. But if we're gonna have cautions before you really burn your stuff up, you just come down, get new sets, and you'll be fine. So it's really based on green flag runs.
Jordan
Definitely.
says, "Do you think the next gen car handles like the '87 cars?"
That's a Grady question.
Ooh.
I don't even
It
own one.
depends on the track. At Kansas, I'm going to say no. But the short tracks and the way the setups have kind of been, yeah, you do kind of have to drive them like that. I start to get comfortable with it, like at Martinsville. Um, and then like, oh, I can put the power down. But the second you try that and it hits a little bump, you're around. Like the 87s were very, especially in a league that we were in, these things were so loose and you had to be real delicate on all your inputs. And I would say this car definitely kind of gives a similar type of feel. Maybe not exactly, but the same concept. Yeah.
Yeah, we found out at
I've never
Darlington you can't really mash the gas.
Nope.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True. Even at Bristol on that exit of 4.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That was funny. Any more questions? Do we have any more questions? I think that's pretty much it.
Kaylee didn't have a question tonight.
Kaylee
I don't
didn't even
think
pop in
Kaylee's
here. She's
in.
probably still sleeping.
Wow.
I'll bet you anything.
Fake
Wow.
fan.
Fake fan.
Fake fan.
Anyone want to run fixed? Well, I can't run a fixed because I don't have a license, but I'll run anything else. I'm actually after the podcast, I'm gonna get on stream and I'm gonna run some races. Whoever wants to pop in, feel free. But I cannot run a fix. That's why I'm running officials. I need to get my license back. So hopefully we can do that. Do you guys have anything else?
Okay.
They are
It's our
twins.
favorite word.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd just like to thank the admin crew again. They do a heck of a job. Also, just shout out everybody in the league. Like I said,
Yes.
or like Corey said, just don't take those penalties personal. It's to help us get better. We got a great group of guys. Let's get some good races in, and yeah, we're excited for Thursday. So hopefully you guys are too.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Don't take it all personal, especially what we say on here. We love you all,
Yes.
and if we
Most of you.
forget about Brendan again, we're sorry. But other than that, yeah, just great group of guys, and we're just happy to be here.
Yes, sir. Grady, thank you so much for popping on.
Yes.
I'm excited to see how the race goes. You ran some pretty good laps in the test session we did, so I'm excited to see how you qualify, and I'm excited to race you boys on not Bristol or Martinsville.
Absolutely.
But we will see you guys on the next one. Hopefully, I can get this uploaded either tonight or tomorrow. But thank you all for tuning in. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments because we will upload this on YouTube. It'll also be available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So stay tuned for that. And I appreciate you all. We'll see you next Thursday. If you'd like to join my stream after this, feel free. I'm going to end this stream and then I'm going to come back on. So I'll see you guys. Have a wonderful evening. Goodbye.
Peace.